we emphasize
This
very
meeting is
heavily
being recorded.
was mastering the skills of the network marketing industry. Drop a 7 if you understand that network marketing is a skill. A lot of times in this industry, we only correlate trading as a skill, and that's perfectly fine because it is, and it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill. But do we understand that network marketing is a skill as well? So in order to be productive business leaders and sufficient leaders, we have to master the skills of network marketing. And Mark Accetta says it on his live every single day. He says, if people want to learn trading, that's what Go Live is for. But when we hop on these sessions, we should be emphasizing the skills of this industry. So it's calls like this that make me really excited that we are pushing forward the nail of these skill sets and why they're important. Now, before we get into the training, before we get too deep, I want to do a really quick assessment. Who knows the 10 skills of network marketing? And if not, if somebody could drop them in the chat box or in Telegram for me. Do we know the skills of network marketing currently? Let me know. If not, it's okay. That's what we're here to learn. But do we know the 10 skills of network marketing right now? Can I give us a moment? Make sure this is right. Boom. Presenting is one, correct, correct. You all are not wrong. Here, I'll drop a list. Save that list. That list I just dropped, save that. That is yours to keep. Okay, Zion has it on Telegram. He'll forward it out to the rest of the family. But one thing we have to hone in on is the skills. If we don't know the skills of the industry, how do we expect to master them and become the best inside of this industry? Very big deal, making sure that not only we know the skills, but we are mastering the skill sets required to be professionals here inside of network marketing. Okay, success in this industry is not going to show up just because we're passionate or just because we're excited. Drop a 4 if you understand you can be the most excited person in this industry, but you're going to need some skill sets in order to become a professional. That's what we're going to hone in on today. So before I pass it to my brother, before I give it to him and he has his translator on the back line, that's how much of a professional he is. We're going to do a quick assessment activity together. Drop a 4 if we can do an assessment together just to see where we are. Assessment on the skills of network marketing. What I want you all to do is write on your paper, skills assessment. We're going to assess where we are so that we can make sure that we're improving on a rotational basis. When we did the Gold Factory training with our VP, Danny Balogun, we talked about the skill of edification and we talked about the skill of lead generation. Today, we're going to talk about the skill of closing. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up a skill set. I want you to write on your paper on a scale of 1 to 10 where you are, and then drop in the chat box where you feel you are. Okay, drop me a 10 if we're ready to do a quick assessment. It should only take us 5 minutes, and then we will pass this thing off to a GOAT. Crystal's ready, Mark's ready, Jay Savage ready, iPhone's ready, Rosie's always ready, Zion's ready, Natasha's ready, Tori Bell is ready, Jess is ready, Samaya's ready, beautiful, Austin's ready, Joy is ready, Eli's ready, Tay's ready, and Carlos is ready. I see the greats and the goats on the back end are prepared. JoJo's ready. Let's get directly into it. First skill, prospecting. Where are you in terms of prospecting? Write it down on your paper. Skill set number 1 of network marketing, prospecting. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Are you confidently starting conversations with new people every single week? Are you consistently growing your contact list? Are you simply meeting new people on a consistent basis? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in terms of prospecting? Are you that person that when you go out, dang, they talk to everybody? Or do you just sit with the same people we're with all the time? Where are you in skill set number 1? Write it on your paper and drop it here in the chat box. I'll put mine as well. And don't be afraid of where we are. We don't know where we're headed without first identifying where we are. Let's drop it in the chat box. I see some 7s, some 8s. Okay, some 7s. Thank you all for your honesty there as well. Some 6s. Okay, some 8s. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's go on to skill set number 2. Skill 2 is lead generation. Okay, lead generation says this: do you have a steady pipeline of new names flowing into your world? So not only are you meeting new people, but are you creating connections with new people on a consistent basis? Scale 1 to 10. Let me know in the chat box. Where are you in terms of lead generation? 10. I'm meeting about 100 people a week. 1. I'm meeting about 1 person a month. Where are you in terms of lead generation and steady pipeline of new contacts flowing into your world? And this is not just people in your organization. This is you meeting people. Okay, let's go to skill set number 3. Presenting. This is a big one. I would love to see Alpha Society present more as a whole. How confident and frequently are you presenting? Consistently. Are you showing the information clearly and concisely in a way that makes it inviting to others? How often are you showing the plan? 10, meaning that I show it every single day of the week, 4 to 5 times a week, 2 to 3 times a day. 1, meaning I don't know where the slides are to show it. Where are you in terms of presentation and presenting the plan? Talk to me and be honest with yourself. God is watching. Be honest with yourself. How often are you showing the plan? And when you are you showing it effectively? Be honest with yourself. We cannot, God will never honor the work that we pretend to do. This is a good place to be truthful, okay? I see a lot of the truth in the chat box. I love that y'all are being real. Number 4, closing. This is the one we're going to cover today. Shout out to my best friend, my brother. He's going to go heavy into the skill of closing. How confident are you in closing? 10, meaning that whenever somebody gets on the phone with me, they're closed. 1, meaning that I'm asking for a PS3 before I even know if they're getting on the call or not. Which one are you? How confident are you in closing? When people get on the phone with you, are they joining the business or are you nervous to tell them the prices? Which one is it? Okay, push 2 today. You might be a 10. Talk to me. How are you with closing? Are you the person that everybody wants to get on the phone for the PS3? That's a 10. Are you the person when the webinar starts says, hey, can I get a PS3? You are a 10. Y'all are 10 people, okay? Where are you in terms of your closing? Are you confident in closing? Have you studied closing? Do you know how to close? Okay, these are good questions to ask. Number 5, edification. This is a good one. Where are you in terms of edification on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being I only speak highly of myself, 10 being I am everybody's biggest cheerleader. How good are you at speaking confidently about others, boosting the morale in the organization, speaking confidently about the webinars, about the services, about the products, about the entity as a whole? Where are you in terms of edification? Do you only edify when you're passing a call? Or are you truly a person of edification to where it's the only thing that flows from you? I see some 9s and I can agree. Y'all being honest with this one. Okay. I agree. Okay, these are good. All right. I have to 10 ball that one. I ain't gonna be truthful with yourself. Be truthful. All right. Let's go on to number 6. We're almost finished. We're almost done. Look, you can only be so honest. You have to be honest with yourself. Number 6, PS3. How great are you with your PS3? How good are you at the art of leverage? Number 1, you want to close everybody yourself and the rates are low. Or number 10, you leverage so much that when your mentor texts you, they know exactly what you're asking for. Talk to me. Where are you in terms of the PS3? Okay, I see some 8s, some 6s. Somebody said, I'm good at the mute. That's a good one right there. All right. How well are you at the PS3? I can give myself honestly like could do a little bit better with the leverage. Okay, this is truthful. All right, let's do these last 3 so we can give it off to a GOAT. Number 7. Oh, it says pick 3 of expert. That's wrong. This is supposed to say follow-up. Let's pretend it says follow-up. Number 7 is the follow-up. There we go. Boom. How are you all with the art of the follow-up? Z did an incredible, Big 10, I ain't gonna lie. Z did an incredible training on the art of the follow-up. Are you consistently following up to move forward with people? And be honest, because some of y'all's only follow-up is via text. If the only way you follow up with people via text, you're not really fine with it. Just I'm gonna be the one to tell you. If all you do is send people text and they got a long thread of messages with you, you're not following up. You just spamming. Like, are you following up with multiple ways of reaching out to people? Phone call, voice memos, commenting on their Instagram story saying happy birthday, or you just sending them a text every day and they think you're a robot? Be for real. If you're really following up, be honest with yourself. All right, God is. Oh, here it is. Follow up. It's not supposed to be number 8 though. Look, we're just gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. Number 8 is actually flawless onboarding. Okay, how are we with onboarding? Talk to me. Where are we with onboarding? When new people get started, is it structured? Is it clear? Do we have a concise system that's working for everybody? Drop a 10 if your onboarding is flawless. Your folks to get started and they can be as successful as you tomorrow. Okay? Or they get started and they get off the call and they're confused on what should they be doing next. You just ran through the slides to say you did it. Talk to me. Come on, God is watching. This is where we're truthful with ourselves about our skill sets. If we don't master these skills, we remain in the same place. All right. The next one is promoting events. I didn't even put that on the slide. This is not good. I need to do a slide proof. All right. Number 9 is promoting events. How are we with promoting events? Are you packing out the room? Is everybody pulling up? Is every guest here because of you? Or are you still showing up to events by yourself as a gold leader? Saying, oh yeah, I'm a gold, but there's nobody with you. So they like, gold where? Like, cubic zirconium or just like real gold? Like, how are we with promoting events, getting people to events, not going places by ourselves? I used to go to events back in the day. They would charge IBOs who didn't have guests. If you're an IBO and you pull up by yourself, you should pay to get in. If you come with 2 guests, then you're free. But if you pull up alone, it's like, bro, you know the information. This is not a concert. Why are you not bringing guests if you're here to grow a network marketing business? Be serious. This is real talk. We want to grow this business. Like Matt said earlier, it's not a network marketing business. This is a network marketing business. Last skill, number 10. How are we with the perfect invite? Drop a 10 if your perfect invite is flawless. You get it done in 2 minutes every single time. Your phone conversation has nothing more than 3 minutes in it because of how much you invite. How often are you inviting? Perfect invite is not just being good at the invite, it's how frequently you're inviting as well. Mastering the skill sets of network marketing. Okay? Drop a 10 if you found some value in evaluating yourself and where you are in terms of the skill set. Was that powerful for you? Was that some good insight? We learned something there? Now we know where we can grow, but I have to be honest with us. Our rank will only rise to the level of our skill set. Write that down. Your rank will only rise to the level of your skill set. A lot of people feel motivated to do this business, but motivation without mastery is just burnout. You don't have to be perfect, but every single day you need to have a sense of progression towards greatness inside the industry. But the good news is that skills are learned every single day. Okay, drop a 4 in the chat box if you understand. We're mastering skill sets every single day. So anything you do not know, that's fine because you're going to get better. And you have not only the infrastructure, but the leadership inside of this entity to now make you unstoppable. What skill set are we going to cover today? Drop it for me in the chat box. I'm about to pass this over to an incredible co-host on the back end who's about to give us some immense amount of value. What skill set are we going to cover today? Talk to me in the chat. If you know, then you know, then you know, then you know. What skill set are we going to cover today? Closing, 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 closing. And this is a big one. I want you all to understand this. Closing is not pressure. It's simply leading with clarity. Write that down. Closing is not pressure. It's your ability to lead with clarity. When you master the art of the close, you're simply guiding somebody to the best decision for their goals. And when you believe in this 100%, closing will become serving, not selling. Write that down. When you believe what we have our hands on 100%, you won't feel like, oh, I'm selling somebody something. You feel like you're now serving people to their highest level of success because you know for a fact that this is the solution. Drop a 10 if you understand that today we have before us one of the best closers inside of this industry, one of the top, most professional, most poised and understood leaders inside of all of Eovia to teach us the art of the close. And we're going to learn from an individual who does this with nothing but mastery. Can I get a Loic, L-O-I-C, in the chat box? This next speaker, I don't do income claims, but he's now generating over $15,000 a month inside of this industry, not by accident, not by happenstance, but by skill set, because he's mastering what's required to be one of the most trusted voices inside of Eovia. He comes to us all the way from across the world, and he's a leader who hones in on his posture, his communication, and his ability to move people to make decisions. I asked him, I said, hey, bro, what's your best skill set? Out of all the skills of network marketing, what's your best skill set? You all know what he said? You know what he said? I said, look, what's your best skill set, bro? This man said all of them. I said, he said all of them. I said, that's why you're global. He said, but honestly, Tia, as a leader, you have to be confident in closing. And drop a ABC in the chat box if you understand that to lead in this industry, you have to ABC, always be closing. It's the best way to grow by you helping others grow. So please help me give a warm Alpha Society welcome to a young man who's doing incredible things inside of this industry, who brought his own translator to the call. I mean, I didn't even have to find a translator for him. I'm so impressed. And he always brings me happiness. He always brings me a smile. Every time I see him, he's giving me a hug and asking how I'm doing, making sure that even from far away, we feel closer than ever. I get it? Closer. Closer. All right, so let me pass it over to none other than my brother, Loic. Drop some love in the chat box, flames, stars, and hearts, and he's about to teach us the art of the close. Go crazy, bro. I know you're about to spaz. Thank you.
Tu m'entends bien?
Yes.
Ok, nickel. La première des choses, c'est est-ce que, s'il te plaît, tu peux leur dire de mettre un maximum de cœur pour Tia dans le chat?
All right, so first thing, guys, please put a lot of heart, please, in the chat for Tia.
Quand elle m'a proposé de faire cet appel,
When she asked me for this call,
j'ai directement dit oui,
I immediately said yes,
parce que c'est pas à propos de sa position,
because it's not about the rank,
mais c'est à propos de sa personne.
it's about the person.
Peu importe ce qui s'est passé dans sa carrière,
No matter what happened in her career,
elle est restée solide.
she stayed strong,
Et c'est pour ça que vous êtes au bon endroit.
and that's why you're here in the right place.
La deuxième des choses,
The second thing
c'est que c'est quelqu'un de très compétente.
is that she's someone very, very skilled.
Elle est éducatrice et networkeuse.
She's an educator and networker.
Elle pourrait, malgré toutes les trahisons, arrêter et faire juste son argent d'investissement, mais elle est toujours là pour vous.
She could, with all the betrayals that she lived, she could stop everything and just make money with invest, but she didn't, and she's still here with you.
Donc, comprenez la chance que vous avez de pouvoir bâtir ce business avec quelqu'un de solide, qui, peu importe ce qui s'est passé à droite ou à gauche, elle est là toujours pour vous à avancer.
So understand the luck that you have right now to building this business with someone that is so strong that even when everything was wrong, stayed strong and stayed with you guys.
La deuxième des choses, c'est que je tiens à remercier mon traducteur, Jacob Aimé.
So the second thing, he wants to thank me for translating, and it's a pleasure for me to be here with you guys.
Et j'espère qu'il va pas dire des bêtises.
And I'm really glad to be here tonight.
Donc, aujourd'hui, je suis là pour un thème qui me parle beaucoup.
All right, so tonight I'm here for to talk about something that really talks to me,
À propos du closing, qui est une des compétences les plus importantes.
about the closing, which is one of the most important skill that you must master in the business.
La première des choses, c'est qu'il y a beaucoup de personnes qui ont une mauvaise vision à travers le closing.
The first thing is that a lot of people have the wrong vision with closing.
Quand on parle de closing, beaucoup de gens se disent, je dois convaincre la personne.
When we talk about closing someone, a lot of people they think about convincing someone.
Alors que tu dois absolument pas convaincre. Tu dois trouver le besoin.
But you don't absolutely need to convince someone. You must find the needs.
La compétence de closing m'a permis de faire la position à 10K par mois à l'âge de mes 21 ans.
The skill of closing admitted me to earn 10K a month at the age of 21.
Aujourd'hui, j'ai 24 ans, je viens de faire 15K et je fais bientôt 25K grâce à ça.
And today, I'm 24 and I make 15K a month, soon, very soon, 25K because of that skill.
Si tu sais closer et que tu es bon dans les relations, tu feras toujours de l'argent dans le marketing de réseau.
If you know how to close and you're good in your relationships, you will always, always make money in this industry.
Mes 2 premières années de marketing de réseau, je passais de 0 à 800 membres.
The first 2 years in my network marketing career, I went from 800 members to zero.
Non, l'inverse, de 0 à 800.
To zero to 800 members. the reverse one.
L'année d'après, je suis passé de 800 membres à 100 membres, faire 10K par mois à 2000.
The next year, I went from, t'as dit de combien à combien?
De 800 membres à 100 membres, faire 10 000 à 2000.
All right. So the next year, I went from 800 members to 100 members.
Faire 10K par mois à 2000 par mois.
From 10K a month to 2K a month.
Et qu'est-ce qui s'est passé un an après?
And what happened next year after that?
C'est que là, en l'espace de 2 ans, je viens de repasser de 100 membres à 850.
For a time of 2 years, I went from 100 members to 800 members.
Ce business, c'est pas à propos des cycles, c'est à propos de tes compétences. Si tu es compétent, tu pourras toujours faire de l'argent.
This business here is not about cycle. It's about skill sets. If you're always someone that is skillful, you will always make money.
Donc, la première erreur que font les gens avec le closing, c'est qu'ils pensent qu'on doit convaincre, alors que tu dois trouver le besoin. C'est une grande différence.
So the first mistake that people make with closing is that they think they must convince someone when really they must find what the person needs.
Je vais vous donner un exemple.
And I'll give you an example.
Si aujourd'hui tu cherches un travail,
If you're looking to work somewhere,
c'est l'entreprise qui te fait un entretien pour voir si elle va te prendre.
it is the company that give you an appointment to think if they will take you or not.
Alors que c'est l'entreprise qui a besoin de toi.
But actually, it's the company that needs you.
Ça, c'est quand tu cherches un travail.
That's when you're looking for a job.
Vous êtes d'accord avec moi ou pas?
Do you agree, guys?
Tell me in the chat.
Tell
Ok.
me that if you agree.
Dans ce business,
All right. So in the business,
c'est pas toi qui as besoin des gens, c'est eux qui ont besoin de toi. Parce que dans tous les cas, toi, il y a des gens qui vont venir à toi.
it's not you that needs people. People need you because no matter what happens, people will come to you.
Ce que les gens comprennent pas, c'est que Iovia, c'est vraiment le meilleur business. Je vais vous expliquer pourquoi.
What people don't understand is that Iovia actually really is the best business, and I will explain you why.
Parce que Iovia répond aux besoins de tout le monde.
Because Iovia answers the needs of everyone.
Pose-leur une question et dis-leur de me répondre dans le chat, mais c'est quoi le besoin de monsieur et madame tout le monde dans la vie?
All right, so
Qu'est-ce
guys,
que les gens veulent?
type in the chat what's the number one thing that people want in life? What's the number one need that people have in life? C'est la liberté.
Exact, monnaie.
That's money.
La puissance avec Iovia, c'est que si tu veux faire plus d'argent, tu dois entreprendre et investir.
What's powerful with Iovia is that if you want to make more money, you must first act and invest. You must be working on your business and you must be investing.
Iovia, c'est le seul business que tu peux faire pour le prix d'une paire de chaussures.
Iovia is the only business you can start for the price of a pair of shoes.
Donc, c'est pas à propos du trading ou de la crypto. C'est à propos que ça répond aux besoins de tout le monde.
So it's not about trading or crypto. It's about answering the needs of everybody.
Et quand tu comprends ça, tu comprends que c'est pas à toi de courir à travers les gens. C'est de leur faire comprendre que c'est leur besoin.
And when you understand that you don't have to run toward people. You must make them understand that they need you.
Donc, tu dois inverser les rôles.
So you must switch the roles.
Le closing, il commence dans ta présentation.
The closing starts at the very beginning of your presentation.
Je commence jamais une présentation sans trouver le besoin de la personne. Et le besoin, c'est qu'il veut gagner plus d'argent.
You never ever start a presentation without finding the needs of someone. And the need is always money.
La deuxième des choses, c'est que dans mes présentations, je mets plusieurs fois de la rareté. Je prends pas tout le monde et je lui fais comprendre.
The second thing is that in presentations, he always add value, adds rarity. He make them understand that he doesn't take everyone.
Et je le pense sincèrement, parce que lui a besoin de mon opportunité. Mais moi, dans tous les cas, je vais avoir des gens qui vont venir dans mon business, avec ou sans lui.
And he sincerely think it because no matter what happens, people will come in your business with or without him.
Donc le premier point, c'est que je trouve le besoin. Le deuxième, c'est que je mets de la rareté.
So the first point, you find what the other people need. The second point is he's adding words. He's adding words. He's making it more valuable, and he's making them understand that he doesn't need them.
Le troisième point, c'est qu'il ne me connaît pas. Et personne ne va acheter votre produit si les gens n'ont pas confiance.
The third point is that he doesn't know me. So people will not buy from me if they don't know me.
Donc, je vais développer durant la présentation 3 notes de confiance.
So during the presentation, I will look to increase 3 notes.
La première note, à quel point il a confiance en moi.
So the first grade that I will try to judge is how these people trust me, how much these people trust me on a rate of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much these people trust me.
La deuxième chose, à quel point il aura confiance en l'industrie.
The second one is how much this guy trusts the industry that I'm in.
La troisième chose, c'est à quel point il aura confiance dans Iovia.
And the third one is how much this guy trusts Iovia, the company.
Comment créer une relation de confiance alors qu'il ne me connaît pas en 20 minutes? Je vais vous donner les 3 points.
How do you create a relationship of trust within 20 minutes with someone that doesn't know you? I'll give you the keys.
La première des choses, c'est activer votre caméra et souriez. Ça donne confiance.
The very first thing is activate your camera and smile. That will give him trust.
La deuxième des choses, c'est que durant la présentation, je lui apprends des choses. Donc, il voit que c'est intéressant de bosser avec moi.
The second thing is during the presentation, I teach him some things. So he sees that it's really interesting working with me.
La troisième chose, c'est que je vais faire que de l'anti-marketing. Ça veut dire que je vais lui dire plein de fois que c'est pas facile, qu'il va falloir bosser et que s'il fait rien, il aura rien.
And the third thing is I will add a lot of anti-marketing in the presentation. I will make him understand that it's not easy, it's work, and that it's not something that everyone can achieve easily.
Donc, là, durant ma présentation, j'ai déjà commencé le closing. J'ai trouvé son besoin, j'ai mis de la rareté et il a confiance.
So during the presentation, I've already started closing him because I find now what his needs. I created a relationship with him, and I found and I added more rarity. He knows now that I don't take everyone.
À la fin du coup de l'appel, je lui dis que je prends pas des gens pour les prendre. Donc, ce que je lui propose, c'est un deuxième appel le lendemain où il pourra me poser des questions et moi, je lui en poserai voir ce qu'on peut faire.
And at the end of the call, I tell him, all right, I don't take people on the first call. I will make a second call with you where you will ask me your questions and I will ask you my questions.
Pourquoi je fais un entretien? Parce que c'est lui qui a besoin de moi. Et c'est lui qui a besoin de moi. Alors que dans une entreprise, on te fait un entretien alors que c'est l'entreprise qui a besoin de toi. Là, c'est lui qui a besoin de moi, pas l'inverse. Donc, c'est moi qui vais voir si je le sélectionne.
And why do I do this? It's because he needs me. Why do I ask him those questions? I make him go through an interview. It's because this guy needs me. And it's the other thing, it's like totally not the same thing that with a company when you go for an interview for a job. The company needs you, but they give you an interview. And that will not be the same thing. He knows that this guy needs me and I will give him an interview.
Donc, les questions que je vais lui poser durant l'entretien, ça va être très simple. Premièrement, est-ce que si je le prends, il va être coachable?
And the questions in this interview will be these ones. First one, if I take you, will you be someone coachable?
La deuxième question, c'est est-ce que si je le prends, il est prêt à se former sur au moins 3 mois?
All right. The second one is if I take you, are you ready to go and work with me for at least 3 months?
La troisième des choses, c'est pourquoi il investirait dans un pack de formation chez Iovia au lieu d'acheter des paires de chaussures, d'aller en boîte de nuit ou de kiffer comme tous les jeunes de son âge.
The third one is why would you invest your money in this Yovia membership instead of going on a trip with the boys, going to drink at the bar, going in the nightclubs, doing like everything all the young people like us are doing in their life.
Du coup, avec ces questions-là, il est en train de se closer lui-même.
And by answering those questions, he's closing himself.
Donc moi, à la fin, je lui dis, bah écoute, t'as le temps, t'as l'argent, ça t'intéresse. Si tout ce que tu me dis, c'est sincère, je suis prêt à te prendre dans l'équipe, on peut commencer les choses sérieuses.
And at the end, I just say to him, all right, so you tell me you have the time, you have the money, it's interesting for you. All right, if you're really serious about what you say, I'm ready to take you in my teams and we can go work together.
Donc voilà comment je close quelqu'un, et en plus, il démarre avec la bonne mentalité.
And that's how I close someone. And by the way, when he starts with the right mentality.
Maintenant, comment je fais quand j'ai des objections?
Now, how do I deal with objections?
La première des choses, c'est que les objections, vous devez les éliminer durant la présentation.
So, right, the first thing is that objections, you absolutely must eliminate during the presentation.
Le temps, l'argent, système pyramidal. C'est les trois qui reviennent le plus.
Money, time, and the pyramid scheme.
Donc, l'argent, elle revient jamais parce que je te fais pas une présentation si t'as pas de finances.
All right, so money never comes because I will not present the business to you if you don't have a source of income.
Le temps, je lui demande, durant la présentation, combien de temps il passe sur son temps d'écran téléphone.
The time. During the presentation, I will ask him, how much time do you spend on your phone every day?
En général, c'est entre 5 et 8 heures.
And generally, it's about 5 to 8 hours.
Et là, je lui demande s'il préfère passer 5 à 8 heures à scroller à regarder des femmes qu'il va jamais gérer, ou s'il préfère prendre 1 heure et demie pour bâtir un business.
And now I ask him, would you rather spend those 5 hours scrolling and looking at females you will never touch? Or would you rather work in your business and work your ass off to become the man you want to be?
Donc, le temps, c'est bon. Dis-leur que l'objection du temps, du coup, c'est bon.
All right, so with the time objection, it's dealt.
Et ensuite, le système pyramidal. Je vais en parler à la partie marketing durant ma présentation.
And the third one is the pyramid scheme. I will talk about it during the marketing moment in the presentation.
Je vais lui dire que c'est un système simple, le MLM. Imagine qu'aujourd'hui, tu aimes bien un restaurant.
All right, so you will tell him the network marketing industry is something really simple. Imagine you like a restaurant.
Si tu l'aimes bien, est-ce que ça serait pas intéressant d'avoir un salaire si tu es payé, enfin, est-ce que ce serait pas intéressant d'être payé à recommander quelque chose que tu aimes?
And if you like it, wouldn't it be interesting to be paid for recommending it?
Là, il va me dire oui.
And he's going to say yes.
Et là, je vais lui dire, bah, c'est la même chose avec Iovia. Si t'aimes, que tu vois que c'est sérieux, tu vas pouvoir le recommander, avoir un salaire pour réinvestir plus.
And I say to him, it's the same thing with Yovia. If you like it, you will be paid for recommending it, and you will receive like a salary just to recommend it.
Parce que si tu démarres, c'est pour faire de l'argent en investissement.
Because if you actually start in the business, it's to make money with investment.
Mais si tu veux faire plus d'argent en investissement, il faut de l'argent à investir.
But if you want to make more money with investing, you must have more money to invest.
Donc, en général, j'ai pas d'objection parce que je les casse durant la présentation.
But generally, I don't ever have objection because I deal with them during the presentation.
Mais si j'en ai, je vais vous expliquer comment je fais.
But if I do have them, I will tell you how I deal with it.
La plupart des gens, quand ils ont une objection, ils se braquent, ils rentrent en conflit ou alors ils veulent se battre.
Most people, when they deal with an objection, immediately they want to fight with the guy. They want to start throwing hands at him.
Alors que c'est là qu'on différencie un amateur d'un professionnel.
And that's where you can see the difference between an amateur and a professional.
Je vais vous donner la trame pour bien répondre.
and I will give you the exact way to answer.
La première des choses quand on dit une objection, c'est de faire genre que tu le comprends.
All right, so the first thing when you give an objection is to act like you understand him.
Donc, en gros, si tu me dis que c'est de l'arnaque, je vais dire, ah, je comprends, je pensais la même chose à mes débuts.
So if you say it's a scam, I will say, yeah, all right, I know. I thought the same thing. I understand. At my beginnings, I thought exactly the same.
La deuxième des choses, c'est que je vais lui poser une question.
The second thing, I will ask him a question.
Par exemple, s'il me dit que c'est un système pyramidal, je vais dire, ah, ok, je comprends, je pensais la même chose, mais c'est quoi pour toi un système pyramidal?
For example, if he says it's a pyramid scheme, I will ask him, all right, yeah, I understand. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing when I first started, but now for you, what is a pyramid scheme? Explain to me.
Et en fait, retenez cette phrase.
And please remember this sentence.
Quand un prospect vous donne une objection, c'est juste qu'il a un manque d'information.
When someone gives you an objection, it's just a lack of information from them.
Donc en fait, quand tu lui reposes une question, il va savoir que lui-même, il sait pas ce qu'il dit.
So when you ask him a question, he will understand that even himself doesn't understand what he's saying right now.
Et du coup, là, je lui montre la définition sur ChatGPT, et c'est le troisième point, je lui donne les faits.
And now I show him what it truly means on ChatGPT, and I give him all the facts.
Je vous donne un exemple. Hier, il y a un prospect qui m'a dit qu'il a vu un article comme quoi c'était de l'arnaque.
All right, so an example. Just yesterday, he was dealing with someone that told him he saw an article and that was saying it was a scam.
Moi, je lui ai dit, je te comprends, ça peut faire peur.
And he said to him, yeah, I totally understand you. It can be really scary.
Et je lui ai dit de sortir son téléphone portable et de taper sur Google Cristiano Ronaldo gay.
And I asked him to take his phone and to search on the internet Cristiano Ronaldo gay.
Et il a trouvé des articles.
And he found articles.
Et je lui ai dit sur Internet, tu as des articles positifs et négatifs. Mais c'est
And
pas
I
forcément les faits, c'est les opinions des gens.
and I say to him, on the internet, you have positive articles and negative articles. But what really matters is the opinion, what really people think.
Il a démarré ce matin dans mes équipes et il a acheté le maillot de Ronaldo.
And he started in my teams this morning and he bought a Ronaldo jersey.
Donc c'était un peu tout pour moi. Je sais pas s'ils ont des questions et j'espère que ça a été complet pour eux.
All right, so it's all for me, guys. And if you have question, you can ask it in the chat. I will for sure translate it for Loïc. J'ai vu une question intéressante.
Fire, fire, fire. They want to take a couple of questions, guys. We have about 5 minutes left. Do y'all have any questions that you want to ask Lloyd? I know we're going to drop lots of gratitude for the information shared, but do you all have any questions regarding closing, objections, or just maybe things you faced and how he would react to them? We'll get those answered and then we'll go on from here. Great job. Great job. Okay, Rosie had one. She said, is this how he started closing from day one for you, bro?
Là, en gros, elle demande, est-ce que la façon de closer, c'est comme ça que tu closais déjà day one, dès le début, en mettant la rareté et tout comme ça?
Non, au début, j'ai essayé de convaincre les gens et j'ai appris en regardant toutes mes uplines faire et j'ai repris tout leur closing à eux.
No. When I first started, I was doing something that is totally not the right thing. I was trying to convince people, and I just learned by looking at my uplines and applying what they were doing.
Et en fait, pourquoi j'ai changé ça?
And why I changed that?
Parce que aujourd'hui, j'ai un taux de démarrage très élevé, mais surtout, je voulais changer la mentalité des gens qui commençaient dans mon business.
Because today my closing rate is really, really high. And the first thing is that most of all, I wanted to change the mindset that people come in my business with.
Si tu essayes de convaincre quelqu'un pour qu'il démarre, tu vas essayer de le convaincre pour qu'il reste.
If you're trying to convince someone to launch in your business, to start your business, you're going to convince him to stay.
Donc même pour la rétention, c'était pas top. et j'ai inversé les rôles.
So even when we call about retention, it's not great. And you must inverse, like switch the roles.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. The second one, iPhone asks, do you focus only on recruiting men? Is this your niche? If not, what's your approach for women?
C'est bien une question pour Loïc, ça. Alors, il demande, est-ce que tu te focuses uniquement sur le fait de démarrer des gars ou est-ce que tu fais aussi des meufs? Et si tu fais des meufs, quelle est ton approche?
Dis-leur que j'ai plein de femmes dans mon organisation et que j'ai 4 Diamond femmes et 2 qui sont en train d'être Star Diamond.
All right, so yeah, I have a lot of women's in my organization, and there is actually 4 that are diamond, c'est ça, 4 diamond, et 2 star diamond en route.
Yes. And 2 Star Diamond. Soon.
So 4
Ah.
diamond and 2 star diamond.
Et en fait, pour moi, les femmes, c'est les meilleures dans ce business.
And for me, women's are really the best in this business.
C'est juste la gestion émotionnelle qui est différente, mais sinon elles sont meilleures, donc bien sûr que je travaille avec les femmes.
The only different thing is how you deal with them with their emotions. That's what's different. But I actually love working with them, and I think they're really the best in the business.
All right, last one. Oh, wait, it's 2 more. Okay. The first one, what is the key to leading women and overcoming those emotions to help them become successful? That's one. And there's another one in the chat.
Ok. La clé, alors la question c'est quelle est la clé pour aider une femme à surmonter ses émotions et atteindre un certain niveau souhaité?
La première des choses, c'est que nous, en tant qu'hommes, on ne doit jamais mélanger pro et perso pour pas que la relation devienne personnelle et reste professionnelle.
All right, so the very first thing is that you, as a man, must never, you can't like you must really separate the professional relationship from the personal relationship. That's what you absolutely must do, so that you stay always professional.
Et la deuxième des choses, c'est que je vais être comme un grand frère pour elle.
And the second thing is that I will be like a big brother for her.
Je vais lui expliquer un peu comment garder une bonne image en tant que femme, parce que les hommes, souvent, ils vont aller vers elle, et c'est important.
I will teach her how to keep a great image as a woman because, you know, men are gonna go towards her and she must like keep the right image towards that.
Ensuite, elles sont meilleures pour attirer des gens que les garçons. La seule chose qui est différente, c'est la gestion émotionnelle.
And the second thing is that women's are actually better at attracting people in the business than men's. The only thing that's different is how to deal with their emotions, how they deal with it.
Et moi, je vais toujours lui dire qu'elle est meilleure, qu'elle peut devenir une grande personne, mais que sa gestion émotionnelle va falloir la travailler. Donc, elle est déjà consciente.
And I will always repeat to her that she's better. She can go reach incredible levels, but she will always will need to improve her emotional ability and overcome all those problems.
Et je vais lui répéter tout le temps en lui donnant du développement personnel sur les émotions.
And I will always repeat that to her, and I will give her personal development on how to deal with emotions.
Je fais en sorte de changer son subconscient.
And I will just change her subconscious.
Et la dernière des choses, c'est qu'à chaque fois qu'elle aura des réactions émotionnelles et qu'elle viendra me voir pour se plaindre,
And the last thing is that every time she will have an emotional reaction and that she will come to me to complain,
je vais rire devant elle
I will laugh in front of her.
et je vais lui dire les émotions et elle va rire de sa propre gestion émotionnelle.
And he's going to say emotions and she will laugh in front of her own way to deal with emotions.
Et la répétition de ces actions-là avec le temps fait que sa gestion émotionnelle devient très bonne.
And the repetition of these actions through time makes her develop quite a great skill with dealing with emotions.
That was great. Last question, last one. What is one thing that every network marketer should unlearn about closing so they can grow? Last one.
So what is one thing that network marketer should, sorry, what was the last?
Should unlearn, so like a bad habit to
Yeah,
get
all
rid
right.
of to become better at closing.
All right, donc,
Alex, you are not good, bro.
yeah, sorry, man. Non, en gros, la question, c'est quelle est une chose que les network marketers doivent désapprendre, quoi, une mauvaise habitude que les gens ont pour s'améliorer.
Quelque chose qui, c'est une bonne question.
That's a great question.
Je pense que quand tu démarres le business et que tu vois des gens sur scène ou avoir des gros résultats,
I think when you actually start the business and you start going to different events and you see people with great results on stage,
tu penses que tu seras jamais comme eux parce que tu te compares à ce qu'ils sont aujourd'hui.
you think that you will never be like them because you compare yourself at what they are doing today.
Et je faisais partie de ces personnes-là.
And I was this guy, always comparing myself.
Et au final, j'étais tout le temps en train de bosser plus que les autres. Je me comparais dans le travail et je voulais être le plus gros bosseur.
And finally, I was always working more than others, and I was comparing myself in a work way.
Quand j'ai démarré le business, moi, il y avait déjà 4000 membres en France.
When I started the business, there was only 40,000 members in France.
Il y avait déjà une dizaine de personnes qui faisaient 5 chiffres mensuels.
There was already like 10 people making $10,000 a month.
Et là, je vais leur montrer une photo. C'était quand j'étais gold et que je venais de démarrer le business.
And I will show you a picture. That's when I was gold and I was just starting in the business.
On m'a fait témoigner un événement. Regardez.
So they made me speak at an event and try to look at the picture.
À chaque fois que j'allais aux événements, je me visualisais être à leur place.
Every time I was going to an event, I was visualizing myself.
Et la deuxième des choses, c'est que ça fait 5 ans que je travaille plus qu'eux.
And the second thing is that it's been 5 years that I work more than them.
Il y a un mois, cette salle, je l'ai refait qu'avec mes membres.
1 month ago, this exact room, I made it with only my members in it.
Et je suis devenu le numéro 3 français.
And I became the number 3 in France.
Donc, il faut que si tu démarres ce business, t'enlèves tes barrières limitantes. Tu peux devenir qui tu veux.
So one thing that you must take away when you start this business is your limiting belief. You can become whoever you want.
À unique condition que tu te visualises l'être et que tu es prêt à travailler plus dur que tous les autres sur 3 ans.
But only if you can see yourself being it and you can visualize yourself being it and living it, and that you're ready to work more than those people for 3 years.
J'ai eu 6 uplines, ils sont plus là.
I had 6 uplines. There's not a single one that is still here.
Quand j'ai démarré, il y avait une dizaine de chairman, enfin de personnes qui faisaient plus de 10 000 euros par mois.
When I started, there was like more than 10 people making more than 10K a month.
Quand moi je l'ai fait, il y a 2 ans et demi, j'étais le petit nouveau.
When I did it 2.5 years ago, I was the little new guy, the little rookie.
Et aujourd'hui, c'est moi qui gère le mouvement français. Donc tout change avec le temps et le travail.
And today, I'm the one dealing with the French organization. So everything changed with time.
It's good.
Wow. Can we drop some love in the chat box? That was amazing. What a powerful call. Lloyd, thank you for coming on here. Thank you for the value. Can everybody just give a thank you, Lloyd, on Instagram? Please, please, please go to his platform, show him some appreciation. Thank you, bro, just for coming on here, for showing us some value, teaching us the way that you close and helping us get 1% better today. Please connect with him, send him your gratitude, anything you need. He will reach out and help you be as successful as possible. We love you, bro. We appreciate you. And anytime you need anything from the Alpha Society family, we are here to serve and make sure that you're in position. Take care, everybody. Amazing Leadership Society. Drop your takeaways in the Telegram. Send him a DM with some appreciation. And let's keep running this thing higher than ever with our amazing closing skills. Love you all.